My name's Forrest, although most of my friends call me Captain Vacation. I've been looking at some of the videos here at the It Will Get Better project and wondering what my contribution might be. See, I'm one of the lucky ones. I grew up in a family where drama was at a minimum. My brother, my sister, myself each got to pursue whatever path we were on as we made our way through the maze of high school, whether it was academic or athletic or performing arts. I went to a high school which had great facilities for all of that and more. My father's brother was well into his lifelong relationship with Howard, and Uncle Richard was certainly one of the more colorful members of the family. That's a whole nother story. When I went to my youth minister complaining about or worried about or anxious about that I had a crush on the tenor in our performance in high school of HMS Pinafore, he gave me just the best, most polite Protestant advice. He said, don't worry about it. It's probably just because you're under pressure from the role that you have, but in any case, don't worry about it. There were teachers in my high school then that we all knew were what is now called gay. There were, for instance, the two male history teachers who lived together and celebrated Richard Strauss's birthday in the classroom with candles. Please. One of our drama teachers in high school was so flamboyant with the big hair and the bobby pins at 7 o'clock in the morning that we called him Spike. Everybody laughed and nobody cared. All of this is to say that the kind of vicious and hurtful and yes, criminal abuse that people have been sharing here at this site wasn't part of how I grew up. And yet, well, and maybe because it was so long ago, I had my secrets and I fooled myself. I let a vision of how I thought I should be get in the way of who I knew I was. This is a kind of cultural self-bullying, and it always leads to regrettable mistakes. I think of the many men who fooled themselves and their wives and their children for so long. So, for any of you young people out there sitting quietly, anxious about what might be coming next, or playing a role, or wondering if anybody knows, or just getting by, you should know that when you finish with this tempest that we call adolescence, it will get better. Oh my God, it will get so much better. Each of us is unique. Some of us are a little goofy, but we all have the right to be who we are. And we have actually the responsibility to be the best that we can be at that. This doesn't mean rich, it doesn't mean famous, it doesn't mean sex god or disco queen or whatever it is you're dreaming about being or afraid of becoming. It just means being you. You. One of the great gifts of being you is that you get to decide how you live your life. Your chance is coming. It will get better. Even with all the nasty crap that comes along with life, life is a ball. I've lived on my own unique and weird path for a long time now. I'm very, very happy with the results. I've traveled extensively. I've lived in most of the great places in the United States. I've eaten foods fit for the gods. I've laughed with my friends till we cried, and I've cried with my friends when it hurt. So if right now you're a little confused or lonely, know that there's help there when you need it. If it's not your parents or your friends or your teachers or your church, try the internet. Go to the Trevor Project for a start. And read. Read about Alexander the Great and Michelangelo. Read about Oscar Wilde and Allen Ginsberg. Read about the gay liberation movement and where you want to take it next. Read Tales of the City. Do things that make you laugh. You should be laughing. You're young. The world, maybe not the one you inhabit right now, but the world loves and supports all kinds of people. There will be bumps along the way, without a doubt. But you'll find your path, and you'll find other people on a similar path. But make sure your path is your path. For now, think about who you want to become. Make a few plans. Keep breathing. Know that your chance is coming. It will get better. Oh yeah.